Hello, hello. Wildcard NFL Part 3. Seattle at the freezing cold Minnesota. This was the game I'm looking forward to the most, to be honest. I know we spoke about the Bengals and the Steelers, but this is...
Seahawks fan?
This is the one, part-time Seahawks fan when it comes to it is two high-quality football teams going against each other. I'm not saying any of the other games are not high-quality, but when you look at kind of the players and the power of both these teams, it's going to be a bit of a cracker, in my opinion. Well, actually, I don't think it will be a cracker, but there we go, I'm kind of spoiling a little bit. But yeah, what are you thinking? Interesting.
I definitely think it's going to be a close one. Like, with it being cold, I think they're going to have to just run the ball. But favours the Vikings.
AP.
Even though Marshall Lynch is back for injury, but like Beast mode's back. Like,
I love Beast mode.
We better get his Skittles with him.
Aye.
But I think the running game will be better for the Vikings because like Beast mode's just back, fair enough. But he has got fresh legs, which will be good. But he's coming back after a sports hernia, which isn't a great injury to have.
No, totally.
So you need to be very careful. Like maybe hopefully he's not came back too quick.
Yeah.
They sell more damage. Obviously he's a powerful back. He's no holding back in and runs into people rather than running by them. But I think like Teddy Bridgewater could be a component as well. Like running again. Yeah. The boy's very quick, very agile. I think the cold will have a good factor in the game. Like.
Yeah, I think, but it has an effect on both teams.
Definitely.
You know, and it is going to be. We did say it was sort of -1 or 1 degree. It's going to be Baltic.
Aye.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know what I think, but what's Statman Whack going to give us?
I don't want to disrespect any of these teams, but this is an easy pick for me. I'm picking the Seahawks, and
Seahawks!
I've got a million reasons to pick them, and
I've just taken the Vikings because imagine the Vikings win. How awesome is that for them?
Well,
do you know what I mean?
You touched on like Lynch is just back, so
Aye.
you know he's maybe not going to be in game form or anything, but like Thomas Rawls came in when he was out, and he continued to run the way that Seattle runs. Like, the rushing game didn't change because they're still one of the top rushing teams, so I think he'll come back in and they'll use him. But in that time that he was out, there's been this sort of transition, and you've seen a difference in Russell Wilson. That second half of the season, he was
7 games.
He was the man. Like, if you're only looking at the second half of the season,
MVP.
In these last 7 games, he's the MVP.
Oh, aye.
Like in these last 7 games, but over the course of the season, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But 24 touchdowns, 1 interception, last 7 games, and in 2 of those, I'm thinking through like 5 touchdowns a game. The guy's been absolute beast. His receivers are showing up.
Yeah.
Baldwin, has been great. Kersh. And again, they've improved ever since Jimmy Graham went out, and there wasn't this like focus. Oh, we've got to utilise this guy that we've got and everything. So they went back to what they are. The boom's back, and like the reason I'm saying it's an easy pick for me, the last time these guys played, the score was 38-7. Adrian Peterson was held to 18 yards.
That's not happening again.
That's going to happen again though.
It won't happen again.
No.
But
No chance.
if you can limit him and force Teddy Bridgewater, like there's been wee flashes, but I just don't see enough to. That's where
the problem is though. You've got a strong running game, and then you've got a strong running game. Do you know what I mean? Like if they didn't run the ball with AP, like, and they decide to throw, and it's no there because obviously like the Seahawks have got a great secondary and stuff like that, then he can just take off. He could pick up that 3rd down, which keeps the chains moving, keeps the defence on the field. Could be a long day.
He needs to throw more than 99 yards. That's what
that was last week.
And
there's been a few games like that where he's completed 10, 11, 12 passes.
Just 50%
completion percentage. I know over the course of the season he's maybe completed 65%, a good completion percentage, things like that. But he's just, there's only been a few games where he's he's carried the team. So in the days that Peterson doesn't show up and it's evident that the Seahawks have a great defence and can limit him, if he's asked to be the difference maker, because let's be honest, the Vikings defence, they've had a lot of respect. Zimmer's done an amazing job with them. But if they can hold Lynch and the Seahawks hold Peterson, then you're looking at the two quarterbacks versus each other. That's an easy pick for me. I'm picking Russell Wilson. He's done it before. He's not going to be afraid of the moment. He's done it on the road before. So I don't want to say it's going to be a blowout, because this is a playoff game. It's the playoffs. It's never going to be a blowout.
No.
And because of the cold weather factor, like you said, there could be a lot of
playing the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
The ball's a lot harder to hold on to. It's in the cold weather. It's going to get punched out a few times.
What do you do if you're on the goal line though? At the end of the game,
you got to go for it.
And you run or pass.
I would pass.
Pass the ball to Lynch and let him run it in. Anyway, there's a
so what do we go then?
Outside. I've got Seattle all day. All day.
All day.
All day. I think this is a blowout. I'm saying like the line's got Seattle plus 5.5. I would take Seattle at plus maybe 10. 10, 12 points maybe. Like I'm saying, just under
like 34-12, something like
that. I think it could be similar. If the Seattle that showed up the last few weeks show up, and even if the Vikings play their best,
I think wrong with it. Like as you've been saying, like the Seahawks have got a brilliant offense. Like what happens if it's like one of these games where just nothing happens for both teams?
The Legion of Boom that are there, like their defense is stacked. And what you call Cam Chancellor, he's back this week as well. So you're pairing him up with Sherman, and these boys wreak havoc, and
they've all done it before, and they're probably still feeling a bit of
rage,
bit better.
Yeah,
they'll all be buzzing. A lot of people obviously started the season not very well. They're quite fortunate to be where they are because they went on a roll. And look, they were given a game earlier in the season against the Lions. There was some ghost call in the end zone, so they're lucky to have an extra win on their column there and be in a position that they made the playoffs in the first place. But they're the hottest team going into the playoffs, and like I said, the last time that they played the Vikings at the Vikings, they destroyed them.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I think the Vikings, I might be overselling it a little bit due to the fact that, I rate the Hawks very highly, but the Vikings are going to, surely they're going to have to come up with a game plan to get AP touches, to create easy passes for Bridgewater, and you're going to look into that. But for me, it's just an overall team, like the Steelers, Seahawks are the two dark horses for me in the playoffs, and that would be quite a good bet for the Super Bowl this year, if I'm being honest with you. And both are playing week 1. I know that's a ballsy call starting early doors, but
I actually completely agree with you. That's my sort of. I would actually say I'm actually looking at the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Obviously, I'm waiting to see how healthy the Patriots get. But I think if the Steelers get through, that they could take out the Broncos as well, and that could lead to that. That's
who plays Carolina?
That'll be
when they win.
It depends on who
Right.
Who goes? Depends on.
That'd be a good game, won't it?
It's the lowest seed will play Carolina, but that depends on how
Green Bay
both games go.
Because I obviously will jump ahead, but I think if they got to play Carolina, I think they'd make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that would be a quality game. But there we go. That's jumping ahead.
Going back to this game, another thing that I was thinking, obviously, with the Adrian Peterson factor, when you've got a guy like Sherman who is capable of playing press on their best receiver, was that Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
They're able to stack the box put put the safety in there, and then they cover the other half of the field with the other two guys. So their ability to do that, because of the confidence that they show in their secondary, allows them to do what other teams probably can't, and that's why they're able to limit Peterson. I wouldn't, like I said, go as far as Dixon and say it's going to be a blowout, but I just, it's an easy pick in my mind. So
we'll come back. We'll sit down next week and do the next show, and Faj will be laughing at us because the Vikings.
Faj can swag in
because the Vikings. But again, that's why the playoffs are so great, because you never really know.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. For me, I just think the Seahawks all day. I mean, they're stacked, and you think about the guys that they're missing during the season as well. They're all starting to come back. Plenty of Pro Bowlers are going to come back, like this week, that I've missed the last few games when they have been balling, which only creates strength and depth, in my opinion. And you know, you're talking about Marshawn Lynch, and you said the same. He's still going to come back in. He's still going to contribute. Whereas, you know, Rollins there has obviously been balling all year, or the second half of the year when he's in it. So for me, as I say, I've got Hawks minus. I'm saying plus 10, but give the Hawks a 10 to 12.1 in my opinion. So anyway, that's the benefits of the playoffs, and we'll see how the picks come next week. So at hashtag Sport and Chat, said between them again, get on at Faj22, at Scott Wack, JOAQ. There we go, I got it right this time. And let us know what you feel. Let's say, and this is a highlight of the Wildcards in my opinion, and looking forward to it. So finish this one up, and we'll jump on to part 4. See you.